Chapter 27. The Childhood Home. What was Wooler's, Peter's and Jimmy's house like? There is an old Australian dream or tradition that every family can own their own home with plenty of room for a heels hoist clothesline on their own quarter-acre block, about 1,000 metres squared of land. This was true in Hamilton, and I think it's still the case even today. Like the expression, a man's home is his castle. Nowadays, of course, most people in Melbourne and Sydney live on land of about 650 metres squared or smaller. Our politicians are telling us to reduce our dreams and not to be selfish by buying big blocks of land, as it is increasing the sizes of our cities. An old Prime Minister, Paul Keating, said we should build upwards in Australia. Still, in country areas like Hamilton, people don't have the problems of big cities. Wooler's house in Byron Street was an old 3-bedroom weatherboard house with a red tin roof. It was then about 60 years old. The plaster on the walls was brittle and was cracking in places. Each room was painted a different pale colour. The boys' bedroom was blue and Wooler's was pink. In the kitchen were 2 big storage containers, which pulled out at the bottom from their base. They were built to hold grain, so they looked like big storage bins. Argiro kept her flour in one and her lentils in the other. These types of storage bins are usually only found on outback properties and in kitchens of places like Werribee House, as people of 100 years ago couldn't get fresh food every day like we do these days. When Argiro and Theo first rented a house in Hamilton, the refrigerators had no freezer, so ice was delivered every day and put in big metal boxes to keep meat frozen. Milk and bread were also delivered daily, and money was left on the front porch for the delivery man. No one stole the money, and if the milkman saw the milk bottles did not have any money in them, he knew the household did not want any milk that day. He checked the next day if there was any money left out for milk. If you were leaving for a holiday, you left a note for the milko in an empty bottle, telling him when you would return and want fresh milk. The milkman had a horse and cart with big milk containers and smaller milk bottles in basket crates. He would run to each front door with a crate of bottles, collect the money, pick up the empty bottles, and leave the correct number of full bottles. Bottles were made of glass, and the milk came only in full cream, not low-fat or calcium-enriched. Then he would run to the next house, as the horse slowly walked along the road without stopping. The milko and his horse were a great team and worked well together.